Tonight's Stoner's Pizza basketball game of the week is presented by Stoner's Pizza Joint, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Apparel Authority, Pawn Max Incorporated, the Macon Touchdown Club, BT Media Productions, and Middle Georgia State University. Good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Richard Reed Court here on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy as we visit for our second time this week as we get ready for tonight's contest between the FPD Lady Vikings and the FPD Lady Trojans. And we are here and we are joined in the booth tonight by none other than the voice of the Trojans on the ladies' side, John Kosater. And John, glad to have you with us back on DSPN Sports.
Oh, it's great to be here, Russell. Looking forward to some more quality basketball in the GHSA. No real playoff implications here, but the crosstown rival is pretty much enough to get both of these teams playing well.
Absolutely. FPD comes into this contest 5-15 overall, 2-7 in the region. John, a little bit of pride on the line tonight. They do have a starter out, Molly Lee. Usually one of their shooting guards. She's averaged 8.5 points a game, second leading scorer for them. She is out tonight, and she will be replaced by Anna Lacko, is going to replace her. And the Trojans here, they're trying to keep their position in the region and in the power rankings.
They are floating around in the 20s in the power rankings, and a win here possibly could move them up just a little bit. Also a good chance to get ready for the region tournament for them, which will start next week, I think.
And I think I'm going to have to look because I've got a little different roster here. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, so they'll go with Sadie Frame, Gracie Matthews, Anna Lacko, Kennedy Cawley, and Mindy Register will be your center. For the Trojans, they're going to go with Ellie Cayley, Ayanna Slaughter, Brianna Glover, Ivy Wetzel, and Allie Gordon. So we'll go to do the tip, and Gracie Matthews will be in there, and she'll face off against Brianna Glover. And to bring you all the play-by-play of this great girls action here in 7A, John Kosater. John?
All right, thank you, Russell. Tattnall Square gets the tip. These two teams played about 3 weeks ago, and Tattnall was an easy winner in that game. Tattnall Square likes to go inside with the basketball right into Glover. Glover turns and misses Wetzel with the rebound. Ayanna Slaughter went for 26 the last time these two teams played.
I think it's going to be important for Coach Wetzel. He wants his team to handle the ball well here tonight, get ready for region tournament that's coming up. Some coaches may rest some folks. If you're already going to the playoffs, John, I don't think you'll see Coach Wetzel do that early on in this game.
No, he's still trying to solidify that rotation. He's only playing 7, maybe 8 girls in each game, and hopefully he'll get a chance to play a few more. You never really know which Tattnall team's going to come out. They're capable of playing very well. We saw them other night play 2.5 great quarters, and then they just kind of fell apart.
Yeah. The shots went cold, and things got a little loose on the court for them, turned the ball over a lot.
Nice inside pass to Glover, and she can't finish. Brianna's been in a little slump. It's been a long season. She's maybe not used to the fatigue that she's feeling right now, but we need her to step up and start playing better basketball. She was scoring about 13 or 14 points a game through midseason, and her average has fallen off over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
For the Vikings, they're going to look with who's handling the ball here tonight. Sadie Frame, she comes in as their leading point scorer with 9.5, and immediately she's going to put up the first 2 of the night, and the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Sadie's one of the few girls left from a team that went deep into the playoffs last year. She's having to do a lot for this basketball team this year with a very young, inexperienced team. That's a missed shot by Frame, and Tattnall Square takes over.
0-4 coming down the court on possession so far for Tattnall. Coach Wetzel obviously getting a little animated early on here with his offensive prowess from his team and their output early in this game.
Over to Wetzel, tries to get it to Gordon. It's stolen. 2 Tattnall players kind of standing around there.
Yeah, exactly. If he wasn't fired up now, he's going to be. That was not much of an effort trying to get after the basketball. Heads up to FPD. They hustled to the ball and got the easy layup and pull up by the 4-point lead by 4-0.
And Aleko is on the board. There's Slaughter for 3. Slaughter. Nice. That's Ayanna Slaughter. She's a streaky shooter, but when she gets hot, she can do a lot of damage.
And once again on a turnover, and Tattnall battled for the ball, and then when it got away, just kind of watched it.
Sometimes they're slow to wake up, Russell. I've seen them play a lot of games this year, and it just happens once in a while. Coach Todd Wetzel says he can't really figure out when it's going to happen, but it happens, and they'll play 2 quarters kind of sleepwalking. That's the first foul on Allie Gordon, someone that they cannot afford to get in foul trouble. And I'm trying to get a number. Who's at the line here? I think it's number 23, Anna Lako. She hits 1 of 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that was Anna.
And FPD leads 5-3. Straight indoors to Glover. Glover's able to finish that time. Tattnall Square going to press the basketball, try to get some turnovers in the backcourt. And that's where Ivy Wetzel is so important. She plays the front of that press. FPD gets it across, and they'll maintain possession. Sadie Frame into the corner to Kennedy Colley. And FPD going to reset.
And I'm missing a number here, 23. That's Allie. Yeah, that's
23 in the white is Allie.
Yeah. I had it transposed on my paperwork. Last year's Ross.
And I hope 23 on FPD is Anna Lako.
I believe she is. We checked with our good friend down there that helps out a lot over at FPD. And just give you their head coach here real quick, John Griffin, assisted by Garrett Law. Barbara Henley, longtime teacher and friend of FPD, is the official bookkeeper, and Lisa Spear. And Lisa always does a great job helping us out at any of the broadcasts we do that concern FPD. She's been on the money over there for years when we needed her help, and we appreciate it.
Here comes Tattnall Square. Kaylee looking inside. And there's Slaughter for 3 again. Misses this time. Rebound, Sadie Frame, FPD.
Somebody's got to follow that to the hoop a little better from a defensive standpoint. Right now, FPD is getting the better of these defensive rebounds.
There's another rebound. But Slaughter takes over. Slaughter wants to run. And Slaughter's kind of pushed out of position, and the ball goes out of bounds. Tattnall regains possession. 5-5, 3:46 left in the first quarter. We're in for a night of basketball game. A night of basketball. We have the girls' game and followed by the boys' game. Goes inside to Glover. Glover trying to finish. And she's tied up. FPD comes away with the basketball. That's Kennedy Colley.
Like I said, the FPD defensively, so far, it's a low-scoring game at 5 apiece, but definitely I think FPD is controlling the boards a little better here.
And that's going to be
away from the ball foul there.
Yeah, looks like a block underneath.
Yeah, I think it was Ivy Wetzel obviously got the push in the back underneath, trying to box out. I mean, it was away from the ball, but the referee saw it on this side.
Here comes Tattnall on the move again. Nice inside pass. Wetzel to Allie Gordon for the basket.
Yeah, that was nice. Good ball handling, quick ball handling. That's what they want to see, and they leave somebody uncovered underneath. And, wow, missed the layup.
Sadie Frame misses. Ellie Kelly comes away with it, and here comes Tattnall. Wetzel shot is blocked.
They're going to get a travel. And the travel's going to go against FPD on the rebound there.
As Anna Catherine Honeycutt called with the travel. She made a nice block on the shot, but ball bounced right into her hands, and she couldn't control her feet. There's Gordon for three. Just misses. Good look, Allie Gordon. And here comes Sadie Frame, pushing and drawing the foul on Ellie Cayley. Sadie Frame goes coast to coast, and she'll end up at the free throw line.
While we got waiting on these foul shots, John, I want to take a moment to welcome you as a fellow board member of the Macon Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Well deserved, and we're glad to have you on the board with us.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be there. I love the way the Macon Hall of Fame does things, and if you've never looked, when you're at the Centraplex, look at all those plaques on the wall. It's quite impressive, and very soon we'll be voting on, I think, 8 new members to go in
this year. People have no idea the depth of the great athletes, stretching all the way back to the early teens, all the way through the 50s and 60s and 70s. I mean, you go to Willingham and Mark Smith and Ballard Hudson and Lanier, and then you move into Central, Northeast, and Southwest, and West Side, and down the road, of course, Howard, and, of course, all the private schools. There's been so many great athletes come out of Macon. It's a great honor to serve on this board, and it's a unique thing, and it's amazing to me. We've got to do a better job of – everybody's familiar with the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. We do have to do a better job of marketing out the Macon Sports Hall of Fame, but it is a great event every year, and we pretty much get close to sell out every year. We just need more folks in the public to know about it.
That's for sure. I was looking at the one of the prospective lists that came out, and it's just it's a virtual Hall of Fame list of great athletes from the Macon area, and that's not even including the ones who didn't make it last year that are still eligible to make it in this year.
Oh yeah, and so many of these guys that are in the Macon Sports Hall of Fame are in the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. If you've got any interest or you'd like to nominate someone, just go to Macon Sports, that's plural, Macon Sports, HOF.com, and there's a link right there on the landing page where you can nominate an athlete.
There goes Slaughter. Slaughter's going to draw the foul. All of a sudden, Tattnall's starting to wake up a little bit. They've got it to 9-6. And there's a minute 33 left, and Ayanna Slaughter's going to go back to the free throw line. Ayanna has 5 on the night. Playing what might be her last game at Richard Reed Court. There are no guarantees that they'll get a home game right now. Not looking like they'll get a home game in the state playoffs. So this very likely could be her last home game at Tattnall Square, along with Ivy Wetzel and Ellie Cayley and Allie Gordon. Tattnall Square turning up the defense a little bit. They get another turnover. Grace Hiller grabs it. Grace Hiller, she's only a freshman, but she's already committed to Clemson on a softball scholarship. Did that yesterday.
Well, going to be a Ipte Tiger.
Yes. She's going to be, I think, the first class coming in to start the softball program. So a great opportunity.
Oh, this is a new program for Clemson.
New program for
Wow.
Clemson, yes.
Now, I thought that hit the back of the backboard, but they say it stayed in play.
So she'll be the first class coming in. So she was really excited about getting the opportunity to not only to play immediately at a D1 level, to actually be the start of something new.
Well, I mean, you just look around here at these two schools, FPD and Tattnall. There's been a lot of great athletes come out of them. One of the offensive linemen last year at FPD is now at Mercer. The word is Daniel Cox, their great quarterback, may be headed to the Bears as well, too. We've got some rumors of maybe one of the running backs at Tattnall heading to one of the Citadel. So we've had some really good out. Toby Umero over at Stratford, already early enrollee at Stanford. We had a kid up at Mary Person, signed with Missouri. That's big-time football all the way around on those schools, boy.
Hotbed for football, hotbed for basketball. There's just tremendous high school sports in this area, and they deserve all the credit they can get. We're blessed with great coaches and outstanding athletes.
Yeah, don't want to fail to mention we've got a kid over at Westside that has been commissioned to West Point, and he is going to play football for Coach Munkin over there. And one of the linemen over at Southwest has just signed with Mercer for a scholarship as well. We'll go to the end of the first period. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this timeout. Tattnall leads it at home 15-8 as we finish up the regular season in ladies basketball. We'll be back after this timeout. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Welcome back to Tattnall. Here we get ready for the second period of play. Bring back in John Kosey.
All right, Tattnall ended the quarter on a little 10-3 run to open up a 15-8 lead. It's kind of what's expected. Allie Gordon back into the game. Allie Gordon actually got a break there for about a minute. Does not get off the court too often, but she did tonight. And here comes Tattnall Square. Grace Hiller with a basketball. She slows it up and gives way to Kaylee. Abigail Sullivan now into the game. Little scramble for the ball. Allie Gordon comes out. They look inside. That's where you want it. And Brianna Glover gets her second basket of the game. Nice pass inside, and it's 17-8.
Tattnall finally picked up the scoring a little bit here. And still trying to work a little bit on those offensive rebounds at the same time.
Sadie Frame misses. Abigail Sullivan rebounds, and Tattnall does want to run. Over to the corner to Hiller, and now it's back out front. Abigail Sullivan, been a solid role player this year, gets about 7 minutes a game. There's Grace Hiller. Grace Hiller fires and hits from three. Not bad for a softball player.
Yeah. Had a good night the other night as well, coming in, spelling off the bench. Had another off to a good start here as well.
20-8, Tattnall Square trying to get a lead early. Not even going to mention playing the subs tonight because I did that the other night against Twiggs County, and all of a sudden it was a 12-point game. That's going to be a foul on Abigail Sullivan. And number 25, Kennedy Colley, will go to the line. Definitely a rebuilding year for FPD. They've had some very good basketball teams over the last 3 or 4 years, and sooner or later, the cupboard goes dry for just a minute, and you have to bring in some other girls.
You got 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 4 juniors, and only 1 senior on this team. That's Sadie Frame, and Sadie obviously the leader on the court for the Vikes.
And none of those juniors really played many minutes last year, Russell. You know, it's one thing being a junior, but it's one thing being a junior with B-team experience instead of that varsity experience.
Correct.
Let's see what Tattnall's trying to do here. That's a nice move. Abigail Sullivan gets on the board. So Tattnall has 5 quick points off the bench, and a lot of nights they don't get 5 points off the bench in the entire game. They ran the score to 22-10. Nice shot by that was Kennedy Colley again. 4 quick points for her.
Kennedy in at forward here tonight.
And here's Kennedy Colley again with the steal off to Sadie Frame. Sadie Frame inside and hits.
Way to stay with that basket for Sadie Frame. She could have fought that away with the Tattnall defender in her face, but she stuck with it and powered away to the basket.
FPD hanging around. It's an 8-point game right now. Sullivan misses. FPD takes over. It's 22-14, 5 minutes left. And Todd Wetzel's seen enough. Here comes Ayanna Slaughter and Ivy Wetzel, both seniors.
5:01 mark, 22-14. Vikings will have it after the air ball on the last trip down by the Trojans, and they'll take it the other way.
There's Slaughter making a difference with her defense. Tattnall Square, I believe, will open play in the region tournament Tuesday or Wednesday against an opponent that I'm not quite sure of. We might be able to find that out in a little while. Allie Gordon steals the inbounds pass and pushes to the middle. Tries to make a nice pass. And that didn't work out very well. FPD takes over.
Yeah, Ellie Cayley really should have been able to handle that pass. She almost really had a free float to the basket if she handles it, but it got away from her. Try to look around and get you some scores. You come up with something, I'll pass it along here.
It's a nice block, Brianna Glover. Rebound, Allie Gordon, and here comes Ellie Cayley. Off to Slaughter. Slaughter back to Cayley.
.229 remaining in the half. The Stratford girls lead Twiggs County 31-17 in that game.
No surprise there. Talked to Evans McCook last night. She said the team was ready to play not only tonight, but they're looking forward to the region tournament. Those Stratford girls, 20-2 right now, Russell.
Yeah, they're the #1 seed in the region right now. And number 2 is going to be Wilco.
Wilco is on this half of the region.
Right, that's right.
I'm not. Oh yes, you're correct. It goes with the girls. It goes Stratford, Mount DeSales. Wilco,
Tattnall, I believe. Tattnall's number 4 seed, right?
Tattnall and the girls is number 2 seed.
2 seed. Okay,
yes.
Okay. So Stratford, Tattnall, then Mount DeSales and Wilco, or Wilco and Mount DeSales.
Right. I think that's still to be determined there.
And that Stratford score is the only thing we've got Middle Georgia, whether it's single A ball or whatever. We don't have anybody else playing tonight. Most everybody played on Tuesday or Thursday. So you may not have a lot of scores coming your way tonight. But what we got, we'll let you know. We'll even give you an update from the Macon Mayhem. I've got my plan over there tonight.
Uh-oh. I think one of the biggest games in the area tonight, Russell, was Dodge County played Northeast. Both teams tied in the region, and I talked to Coach Kevin Grooms today. He said they could finish as high as 3rd in the region, but if they lost, they could drop out of the playoffs.
Wow.
So a big game for the Raiders tonight. Kaylee looks inside. Double team, not a great look. 2 girls on Allie Gordon inside. Tattnall loses the ball, and FPD pushes. FPD comes up with the rebound, can't put it in. And again, can't. Okay.
Wow, 3 shots on basket. Fought inside really hard by FPD girls. Got 3 rebounds in a row. Gracie Matthews in there had 2 shots alone of those 3. couldn't put it in. Tattnall comes away with the ball. FPD's coach, he's just going to be not happy with that. John Griffin says you gotta win that offensively rather.
John Griffin's going to coach hard. He knows he's a little down on the talent level, expecting to be back up next year. That's a perfect example. 3 can't miss shots right there that would have cut the lead to 6. You know, they're hanging around here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, and obviously Tattnall not as well tonight offensively as they've been from their field goal percentage wise. So you got to take advantage of that if you're FPD.
And you look at what may be one of the issues for Tattnall Squares. I don't think Allie Gordon has shot the ball but twice. She's got 2 points. She's a 14 to 15 point scorer every night.
Right.
And she really has not got involved for whatever reason tonight.
Mindy Rester checks in for the Vikings, and number 12, Anna Catherine Honeycutt, a junior, checks out.
Ayanna Slaughter with the ball over in the corner to Wetzel. They keep looking inside the Glover. It's not there. Allie Gordon fires, just misses. And that ball is off Slaughter. FPD's ball. Allie Gordon had an open look, couldn't get it to fall. (22-14), 2:18 left in the first half. And here comes Sadie Frame. And that's going to be a foul on Glover. Frame took it to the paint and got fouled by Glover.
Yeah, good job of drawing the foul there. I mean, you had a one-on-one there. You got to take it to the basket. Make them keep you out of the basket so you can go to the line. That's what Sadie did. And Tattnall's gotten back into that old habit of being streaky offensively, John.
I just look at the faces sometimes in these Tattnall girls, and it's just kind of flat. It's like, yeah, we're out here playing, but, you know, we're going to win. We're not really worried. And then all of a sudden it's a 5-point game. We're at 7 right here now, and Tattnall just kind of out there.
And when that happens, you start to get tight, and then you make mistakes.
Exactly. And I'm sure Coach Todd Wetzel was hoping that a lot of this was out of them by now. They do start the tournament next week. Next week, every game is a have-to-win game.
Right. Sure.
And
it's win or go home.
And as we talk, Todd Wetzel calls a timeout, and I'm sure he's going to give them a little word of wisdom. And I think it's a 30, so we won't be gone for long.
Yep, we'll take a timeout. 22-15, 1:53 to go in the half. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Tattnall. John Cotator to bring you the last 1:48 here of the half.
You know, that's a perfect example of what turns into Tattnall's problem. The one thing that FPD can do is they can line up size-wise and not let Tattnall Square pound the ball inside. Tattnall likes to pound the ball inside, but they have girls who can score from the outside. They're continuously trying to push the ball inside, and FPD's size is showing up. There's Kennedy Colley again. She's got 6, and Russell, we have a 5-point ball game late in the second quarter.
Yeah, Tattnall needs to get a little discipline here on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to turn it over once again on another trip down the court, and now the Vikings are starting to believe a little bit. Well, wait a minute, let's see what happened here.
That's all it takes. FPD's got a big lift from Kennedy Colley. Tonight she scored 6 points in the quarter.
Well, now they're going to award the ball back to Tattnall. Not for sure what happened here.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't looking down at my paper. I might know what was happening.
Well, I watched that play, and they stole it. I thought over in the corner there, inside the boundary, and just I don't know what they got. They gave it to them.
Right.
We had a foul away from the basket that we didn't see, and I didn't see a call.
Allie Gordon misses. Wetzel misses and rebounded by Gracie Matthews.
Back to that first period problem of not being able to control the boards offensively when you got a clear shot to take it.
Got to finish. And FPD has a chance to cut it to 3. They miss. Allie Gordon rebounds, and Allie Gordon gives off to Slaughter. We're 50 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, not for sure Allie shouldn't have gone ahead and brought that over the half line instead of giving it back to Ayanna. Maybe a little lack of confidence in her dribbling ability, but you still got enough room there to go ahead and bring that ball over the court.
Yeah, and she'll usually do that. You wonder if that little fatigue is set up into her. I'm not sure. We're 23 seconds left. Looks like Tattnall going to go for a last shot maybe. Brianna Glover sitting out at the 3 line. Ayanna Slaughter not doing much. Yes, they're going to take the last shot. Off to Slaughter. Slaughter tries to penetrate. Excellent defense. And she forces a shot up. It's blocked. Somehow,
wow.
A scrum down there leads to no score. And somehow, Russell, we're in a 5-point ball game at halftime.
Yep, Lady Vikings have just hung in there and battled, especially on the defensive side of the board. And as you said, John, we go to the half 22-17 here at senior night at Tattnall Square Academy at Richard Reed Court. We're going to step away, and we'll come back and get ready for the second half. You're listening to the Stoners Pizza Basketball Game of the Week on DSBNSports.com. Like us on Facebook at DSBN Sports, and don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel, DSBN Sports, 2 words, and you can watch it. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch it on the big screen at the house. 22-17 at the half. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at U Parkham You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. U Parkham You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, U Parkham You Sell 'em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at U Parkham You Sell 'em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at U Parkham You Sell 'em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. U Parkham You Sell 'em, the car lot for you. Remember, folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's U Parkham You Sell 'em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where U Parkham You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. U Parkham You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, U Parkham You Sell 'em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's U Parkham You Sell 'em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'em, You Sell 'em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality.
Square. Welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy, 22-17. We're back for the second half. Here to tell you all about it, John Kosader.
Yes, we are in a 22-17 game. Tattnall Square. Kind of playing down the FPD right now, but FPD is giving a great effort for Coach John Griffin, and we're in a close game.
Looking back on that first half, John, just not a lot of offensive highlights to really talk about. Leading scores for Tattnall or FPD. Have you got those for us?
Ayanna Slaughter led the way with 7, and there's Ellie Gordon. Ayanna Slaughter had 7, nobody else more than 4, and for FPD, Sadie Frame and Kennedy Colley both had 6 apiece.
So Sadie's coming in averaging 9.5 points per game. You would think she would surpass that at this place. A little too much reliance, I think. Tattnall didn't take a lot of advantage of outside the paint work too much. Maybe need to open up that outside shooting a little bit here in this second half.
Yeah, they'll probably try to get Slaughter going a little bit outside. That always opens up the inside a bit. FPD, good effort, but let's see if Tattnall's going to pull away here in this third quarter. One would expect, but what you expect doesn't always happen.
Back to a 7-point lead with 7 minutes to go in this third.
Off to Ellie Cayley, very rarely shoots, misses. Rebound, Brianna Glover, and she puts it in. Brianna's got 6, and Tattnall starts the quarter off 4-0.
Opens that lead back up to 9. Almost saved it. Couldn't hang in there and get it on that time. Allie Gordon made a good effort, but just couldn't handle it. And number 23 for the Vikings will start us off here in the second half.
Frame in the corner, misses the three. Good block out, Ivy Wetzel. She knocked down, but Tattnall comes out.
Really having trouble controlling the ball here tonight. And they're going to get a jump ball here. Is that going to be possession Tattnall? And it will be. Got it long enough.
Slaughtered inbound. Goes inside. And the shot is blocked, and Glover comes back down with it. That's going to be a travel. And
FPD.
Travel,
we used to call that up and down.
Up and down, that's exactly what it was. Steal Wetzel. Wetzel scores. And I imagine we're not too far away from a quick timeout. Tattnall's come out and played better. It's with a little 6-0 spurt. Missed shot. Fight for the rebound. Allie Gordon wins most fights. Gets it over to Kaylee. And Tattnall's going to set up some offense. And that nice move by Wetzel. She can't finish. FPD breaks away.
Just not very good ball handling here tonight by either one of these clubs. I don't know if the season started to drag on them, but for Tattnall especially, that's a nice up and in that time by number 25 for the Trojans.
Colley there.
Excuse me, the Vikings.
Kennedy Colley's got 8. She's had a good game. FPD in a man-to-man. They've played that way most of the game. Slaughter for 3, misses. Rebound, Sadie Frame. There's a long miss. And Aleko almost hit it, missed it, and Tattnall will take over. Grace Hiller into the game. And she's going to get Ivy Wetzel. Wetzel gets a minute here probably. And Slaughter to bring it into the front court. We're 3 minutes into the third quarter. Tattnall Squares got the lead to 9. Over in the corner to Kaylee. She looks. Nothing there. Gives back to Hiller. Tries to get it inside. That's going to be a steal from Anna Catherine Honeycutt. Once again, trying to force the ball inside. Not really anything there.
Yeah, and a good play really by Honeycutt on that one. To reach in and get that ball away without committing a foul.
Sadie Frame misses, and that's Brianna Glover getting the rebound. Long pass to Allie Gordon. And Allie's got 6 and the lead's at 11.
Not sure how they didn't get a walk on that one.
2 walks maybe. And here comes Tattnall. Slaughter all the way. She's going to get to the free throw line.
Not sure she shouldn't have sent that off to Grace Hillier that time on the feed. She did get the foul, so go to the line, but probably could have made that an easy 2-point basket there, just feeding it on the drive to Grace.
No doubt there. Ayana hits the first free throw. She's got 8. And the lead is 12.
Mindy Register will check in for the Lady Vikings, and Gracie Matthews will check out. For the Trojans, Ivy Wetzel checks in.
Tattnall Square wins tonight. They're guaranteed of at least a 500 record. They go to the region tournament next week, and it looks like they're going to make a state tournament.
Yeah, they came into tonight 11-10 after the victory over Twiggs on Monday night, Tuesday night rather. And then that puts them at 6-3 in the region, as John touched on earlier. Number 2 in the region behind the Stratford girls. We'll get you an update on that score as well, too.
Sadie Frame hits the first free throw and the second free throw. Sadie's got 8. And it's 32-21.
They were running a little ahead of this game here. Stratford and Twiggs County. After 3 periods, it's Stratford 51, Twiggs 32. So opened up a nice 19-point lead for the Lady Eagles.
Slaughter for 3, can't hit. Rebound, Anna Catherine Honeycutt. 3:20 left in the quarter. Over to Lako. Lako to Honeycutt. Almost stolen by Slaughter. And Frame pulls up for 3, misses. Glover, the rebound and the long pass. And Slaughter can't get it to go down.
Just not their night. I mean, you can't miss an easy layup like that. Coach Wetzel just took a big swallow of water.
Yeah, she's all by herself. Maybe Tattnall's best player. She's got to make that. And
beautiful.
Sadie Frame comes right back down, and they've cut that lead back to 8. Sadie's got 11.
Yeah, Tattnall at one time in this period, 13-point lead. Now they've cut it back down to 9. So with that 3, Lady Vikes trying to battle back here late in the period. And Tattnall has gone cold shooting, John.
And they're just kind of standing around. That's a nice cut right there. Ivy Wetzel with the basket. Nice pass, Slaughter. Nice basket, Wetzel. And we're back to a 10-point game. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Block shot, Wetzel. Tattnall running.
3-on-1 break. Got to make this pay off for you. And they can't get a blocking foul. They'll go to the line. But once again, got to get a little crisper in the passing game. You got to score that easy bucket on a 3-on-1 like that.
Yes, sir. That's going to send Ivy Wetzel to the line for 2.
Ellie Cayley will get ready to come back in for the Trojans. First one up and good.
And Ayanna Slaughter is going to get a break.
Anna Lako will come on the court for the Vikings, and Kennedy Cawley will go out.
Wetzel in double figures for the second game in a row. She's got 10. Always nice when somebody else scores. And Ivy Wetzel's had 2 good offensive games in a row.
Stretch the league back out to 12 now. 1:30 to go in this third period.
Sadie Frame off to Lako. Back to Frame. Frame tries to force her way up, and she's going to get a foul.
And I believe that's going to be on Gracie Hilliard.
We've got 1:25 left. Tattnall Square up 12. FPD a chance to cut into that lead. Sadie makes the first one. She's got 12 on the night. Had a very good game. And she hits the second one. FPD does play tomorrow against Padea, so this is not these girls' last game of the season. They'll get another chance to play tomorrow.
Trojans wrap it up here tonight.
Kelly off to Wetzel. Wetzel looks, and they're going to reset. Nice pass, Wetzel to Gordon, and Gordon's going to go to the line.
Yeah, number 23 got her on the hand, Anna Lako there, and that's going to put Allie at the line.
Allie's been kind of quiet tonight. She's got 6, and now she's got 7. Logan Child's going to check in for the first time tonight. And Gordon makes the second one. It's 38-26.
62 seconds to go here in the period. 38-26, lead back to 12. Just can't seem to get above that 14-point mark. You got to feel a little more comfortable if you're Tattnall coming down here at the end of the third period. And we got a timeout here. Now let's see.
That's going to be a timeout, I believe, FPD. And we have a full timeout, Russell.
We'll take it with them. Stoners basketball game of the week here on DSPN Sports, 38-26. We'll be back after this timeout. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from And welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy here at Richard Reed Court, as we've got 47 seconds left in this third period play. Let's go back to John Kosader with the call for us.
All right, Sadie Frame looking inbound. She gets the ball in to Mindy Register. And Frame with the ball in her hands. Off in the corner. Frame gets it back. Frame drives, pulls up, misses. Allie Gordon the rebound. Allie's taking it on her own down the court. Turns around, gives it to Hiller, who gives it to Ellie Cayley. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Tattnall running some offense off to Logan, Childs, and to Gordon. Back to Grace Hiller. Gordon set the screen. Hiller throws it away. And Sadie Frame back the other way, hits again.
Nice drive with the basket.
At the buzzer, she hits. She cuts the lead to 38-28. Sadie Frame's got 15 on the night, and we have a 10-point ball game heading into the fourth quarter.
38-28 it is, as John said. You're listening to the Stoners Pizza basketball game of the week on DSPN Sports. We'll be back after this timeout. Get you ready for the fourth period of play. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. And welcome back to Richard Reed Court here at Tattnall Square Academy. Want to remind you, on Monday night, February the 12th, the Macon Touchdown Club will hold its annual Spring Jamboree. This is our biggest event of the year. It will be at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue, and our guest speaker that night will be none other than the head coach of the Auburn Tigers, Gus Malzahn. We'll award our back lineman and special teams player of the year, our local and state coach of the year, our player of the year, and our Super 7 recruits will be on hand along with Coach Malzahn. We look forward to seeing you. For more information, log on. If you're interested in coming, the guest fee is only $30. That's for the dinner and the entire program. Once again, Monday night, February the 12th, at the Methodist Children's Home right here in Macon. Log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com or give us a call at 478-550-0524. Look forward to seeing you at our biggest event of the year. Back here to ladies basketball at Richard Reed Court at Tattnall Square Academy. Tattnall leads at 38-28. And to bring you all the fourth quarter action, here's John Kosader.
Thank you, Russell. Don't forget that Touchdown Club. That's a great organization, and they give you a great meal and a great show. Where else can you get a Gus Malzahn and listen to him talk?
Yeah, it's not easy getting these big D1 coaches. We've been lucky to have a lot of these coaches from the Southeastern Conference. The last 2 years, we've had Kirby Smart. We got Gus Malzahn of Auburn coming in, and it's going to be a big night. A lot of kids honored. Probably the biggest thing we do at that is we're going to give out 7 Scholar Athlete Awards, and these kids are going to get a check from the Macon Touchdown Club for college. Over $250,000 have been given out by our organization over the years. with the Scholar Athlete Award.
It's just a great organization, and I always enjoy when I go. You get to see the head coach's different side of them. It's not necessarily all about coaching. They show their humor. They're just really fun to listen to. Whether you're an Auburn fan or not, it would still be a great night to go.
Absolutely. Whenever you get a chance to go hear a SEC coach speak, go do it.
Brianna Glover makes the first free throw. She's got 7. That lead floating around that 10-point area. It's now 39-28 with Glover hitting the second one. She's got 8 now, and it's 40-28 early in the fourth quarter.
Don't forget, coming up after this game, we'll archive it up, and you can watch it on our site, dspnsports.com, for the girls fans out there that maybe are at the game and want to go back and watch it again. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, DSPN Sports, and it'll be archived up there as well. There's a link to that page right there at dspnsports.com, and we wish you would become a subscriber. And don't forget, the boys' game to follow will be live on YouTube, dspnsports.com, and Facebook Live.
So, Russell, is it wrong if I go back and watch the game and listen to us?
No, absolutely not.
So do you?
Absolutely I do. Absolutely. Because I go back and find out about 15 times during the game I stumbled over myself, pronounced a word wrong, or said a lot.
Exactly. That's the thing I caught myself doing more than anything. Is not an intelligent word whatsoever.
No, it's just a nervous twitch. And, John, it's meant so much for me to have you here in basketball this year. I tell you, you sit down and do a football game or a basketball or a baseball game by yourself for 2.5 hours, son, you'll learn if you've got the gift for gab or not in a hurry.
Most definitely. Everybody says I talk too much, and so this is like perfect, but it's grueling after 2.5 hours of talking. It really is. Nice by Brianna Glover. That's what they need out of Brianna Glover, fighting for the basketball, got control, and was able to finish.
We'll try to get you an update on that Stratford score as well, too. Let's see if we can find anything on it. They were late in the third. They were in the fourth. And they're making mayhem, about to drop the puck. And 4:02 remaining, and Stratford has stretched it out to a 27-point lead, 61-34.
So that's going to be a perfect regular season for the Eagles in Region 7A play. Not totally unexpected. We knew they would be good. Ed Smith felt really good about his team before the year, and those beliefs have definitely showed that he was accurate. Glover for the second. Has a chance to get Tattnall the biggest lead of the game at 15, and she does. Brianna's got 11. It's 43-28. Tattnall Square pressing. Tattnall Square's off the rest of the weekend. They want to make sure that they finish this game strong. They start the region tournament next week when it's win or be done. Good idea by Kaylee. Not good results, but Tattnall Square still has the basketball. Over there to Wetzel. Wetzel fumbles. Gets it back over in the corner to Slaughter for 3. She misses. And Sadie Frame rebounds. Sadie takes it all the way to the basket, and she draws the foul. Sadie Frame has been very, very good today. She's a senior. One more game to play. That'll be tomorrow, and her excellent career will be over.
Sadie had a good night. How many points she got here tonight?
15 so far.
Might be our leading scorer.
She is indeed our leading scorer. Sadie, we talked good about her, and she misses her first 2 free throws of the night. Brianna Glover rebounds.
Should have kept her mouth shut.
Yes, that was my fault, Sadie.
She was on a roll tonight.
Brianna Glover feeling it. Missed the long rebound to Kaylee. And that was nice. Gordon to Wetzel. Wetzel leads the way for Tattnall with 12, and it's 45-28, kind of where we expected the score to be at this point. FPD played tough for a long time, but they're just a little bit out of gas now. .5:29 to go. Tattnall seniors will be honored. I think, did you hear when they would do that ceremony, Russell?
They may do this between the boys and the girls game.
That's what I would think so.
I was thinking at halftime for the girls and maybe the same for the boys, but not.
It is senior night here at Tattnall Square. This Kennedy Colley pushes it all the way. And it's knocked out of bounds, but Gordon's going to be called for a foul.
6 fouls now on the Trojans, 5. Well, Ronaldo, I'll take that back. It's 6 fouls apiece now.
Kennedy Colley to the line. She's got 8 points.
In and out. See the disappointment on Kennedy's face after missing that foul shot.
That's 4 straight free throws that FPD misses. Wetzel with the rebound. And Tattnall controls. Long pass to Slaughter. Slaughter finishes, and she's fouled. Slaughter's now in double figures.
Stretches that out to a 17-point lead at, make that a 19-point lead now, 47-28. So the biggest lead of the night for the Trojans.
Slaughter trying to finish the 3-point play. And she does. Ayanna has 12.
They could have used Ivy tonight.
Yeah. I think I throw that one in at least once every night.
Had a conversation about that. Is she playing in the WNBA?
She is playing overseas somewhere. I'm not positive, but her basketball career has continued overseas, and she's having a great year. I know that.
She is one fantastic player. And a fine individual on top of that.
Ivy Wetzel continues her good play. She hits again. She's got 14. She's the leading scorer for Tattnall.
Trojans stretch it to 22 now with 4:30 to go here. And foul's going to be on Ellie Cayley. And that's going to put Anna Lako at the line. Pardon me, not Anna. Kennedy Colley. As we said, do not forget, after this is all said and done, we'll archive it up. Just go to DSBNsports.com. You can watch it there, or you can click on our link to Facebook or on YouTube. If you're at the house, you might want to watch it on the big screen. Just make sure you put your settings on full HD, 1080i. You can watch it, everything. 1080p. Brandon Thompson, producer extraordinaire, BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com. Not gotten into the popcorn yet, but it's early.
And Ellie Cayley gets a basket on senior night. Good for her.
Boys game coming up, too.
And we've stretched it to a 52-28 game. Wetzel with the ball. She's going to pass ahead to Ayanna Slaughter, and she finishes. And Tattnall Square has finally put this game away.
26-point lead, finally. But it is interesting, John, all the starters on the court right now still for Tattnall.
I'm guessing they'll get most of the playing time. Coach Wetzel may start with about 2 minutes, letting some of the other girls play.
Abigail Sullivan checks in for Ellie Cayley. And number 44 checks in Mindy Register for the Lady Vikings.
3:41 left in the game.
Anna Lako stepped out for the Vikings.
Nice look. Slaughter to Abigail Sullivan. Abigail's got 4 points today.
Yeah.
Tattnall Square only led by 5 at halftime, but they've opened that up to a 28-point lead. It took a while, but Tattnall's doing what they needed to do. Gordon the rebound.
Got a 3-on-1 break here. Tried to get some passing in there. Once again, they've had problems on those breaks. But either way, that time, able to draw the foul on it.
And Allie Gordon will shoot 2. Subs on the way for Tattnall, it looks like.
Hillier going to come back in.
That's 9 points for Allie Gordon. And it looks like Courtney Ball is going to enter in a minute. Let's see how long Wetzel leaves the seniors in. He just got 2 of them out. Don't know if he'll bring them back in or not. And that is going to be Courtney Ball coming in for Allie Gordon. And I'm thinking that might be the last time we see these seniors on this court.
3:05 to go. Big memories for senior night, no matter which school it is. A milestone in your playing career for some of these kids. Will never play another game after they get through region or the state or whatever, and their last regular season game, and then been there and done it as a parent. It's a big night for mom and dad. Don't ever forget that, kids. I promise you it's a big night for your parents too. Very emotional night.
And Tattnall has 5 of them who have played a lot of basketball for Tattnall Square. 4 of them scored in double figures tonight. So that's a great deal. And Ellie Cayley, who doesn't score much as the point guard, also was able to score. And speaking of seniors, that's Sadie Frame, and she's got 17. She's been the bright spot for FPD.
2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this one. We'll take a timeout. Come back and wrap it up. DSBN Sports presentation of the Stoner's Pizza basketball game of the week. We will be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Richard Reed Court. John Kosader at the helm to bring you home.
All right, let's see who Tattnall Square is lining up. They've got Grace Hiller, Courtney Ball, that's Addie Kelly over there, Passion Jackson, and Abigail Sullivan, while FPD goes with Mindy Register, Anna Catherine Honeycutt, Abby Searles, Sadie Frame, and Gracie Matthews. And good for Addie Kelly. Addie Kelly is on the board. She's just a sophomore. And here comes Sadie Frame into the front court. Sadie pulls up and hits. Sadie having one of those career nights. She's got 19.
Boy, really good jump shot there. See what we got. Got a full timeout here.
It's like a full timeout FPD.
We'll take it with them. 1:57 to go in the period. 59-32, Trojans on top. We'll be back.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Welcome back. 1:56. We'll go back to John Kosader to finish this one up for you.
All right, this is always interesting. The FPD's got starters in the game. Tattnall is deep into their bench. Looks like number 1, Haley Hallman, has checked in. Got some girls out there for Tattnall that maybe they haven't scored this year, and chances are running out. So let's see if somebody can score that maybe hasn't scored. There's Sadie Frame again. She has scored, and she has scored often. She's got 21 of the 34 points for FPD, and it's 59-34. Here's Abigail Sullivan. Goes hard, and she's going to be fouled. Abigail's had a nice game. She's got 4 off the bench with the chance for 2 more.
We'll give you a little Southern Professional Hockey League update. The Macon Mayhem have dropped the puck, and early in the first, they lead it 2-0.
Looks like a blowout. Abigail misses the first free throw. And she'll have one more. And she'll have one more. I missed something. I guess I missed a lane violation. Either that or my old eyes did not see that first one.
Yeah, it could be a combination of both, sir.
Not getting any younger.
West Lawrence 45, Howard 43. That's in girls action. Stratford wins it 64-42 over Twiggs County. That has gone final now.
Kennedy Colley throws up a 3, misses, rebounds, and Addie Kelly rebounds for Tattnall Square, and she's running. Crossed over. Over in the corner, thinks about shooting, passes in to Abigail Sullivan, and Abigail's got a season-high 6.
Nice little set of ball handling right there. Trojans trying to maybe stretch this lead to 30 with 59 seconds to go.
And there's Sadie Frame, gets inside, and Sadie Frame. Sadie Frame's having a game. 23 points to lead the way.
Big night for the senior. Leading scorer this year, averaging 9.5 a game. She's doubled it up almost here tonight.
Let's see, double up, she's averaging 9.
9.5.
So, and she's got 23.
So she's above it.
Yes.
Yeah.
My math is not my best subject whatsoever.
Obviously, mine's not either.
Addie Kelly to the free throw line. She misses the first one. And we get a few more subs coming in. This is number 3, Hannah Burns, and number 44, Madison Atwater. They're both freshmen. It's always good, Russell, when you get to empty the bench.
Absolutely. And as big a night as that is for senior parents, for those freshman parents, just as big.
Most definitely. And that's going to be a foul on Tattnall. And that will put Mindy Register on the line.
.2 seconds to go in this one. Don't forget, as soon as we wrap it up, you can watch it again. Like us on Facebook at DSBN Sports, DSBNsports.com. You can watch the archive of this game. If you want to go back and watch the girls, you can click on the link to our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe. Go back and watch this girls game later on this afternoon, but get ready as we'll stream the boys live next after this one's in the bucket.
Register good with both free throws. And we've got 30.2 seconds left.
So knocked it back down to a 23-point lead with a lot of young freshmen on the floor.
Here's Addie Kelly over to Haley Hallman. I'm not quite sure how to describe that. It looked like she ran she ran out of bounds 5 yards, ran back in, grabbed the ball, and got fouled at the other end.
61-38 with 9.3 seconds to go in this Stoner's Pizza basketball game of the week. And it looks like, John, they're lining up at in between these two games for the senior honors tonight.
Senior honors. Yes, it looks like they are doing it right after this game. Kennedy Colley's had a nice game. She's got 9 for the game. And if you add her 9 and the other 23 of Sadie Frame, that's 32 of the 39 points right there.
Yeah, we're going to get a reach-in foul here on number 25, Kennedy Colley, with 1.2 seconds left.
Tattnall Square improves to 12-10. They'll move on to the region tournament next week, and in all likelihood then to the state tournament. Wow. FPD will see their season end at 5-16.
2-8 in the region. And a tough season for the Lady Vikings. But youth will make that happen.
And that's going to do it. Tattnall Square wins its 12th game of the season and its 7th region game of the season with a 61-39 win. Ayanna Slaughter and Ivy Wetzel, both with 14 points, led the way. Brianna Glover had 11, and Allie Gordon added 10. Sadie Frame, 23 for FPD in the losing effort.
Congratulations to Sadie Frame on a big night. She'll lead all ladies with scores at 23. But your final, 61-39. That's going to wrap up the girls' game. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the boys in just a few minutes. They'll have some senior night presentations here, and we'll come back and get ready for the boys' game. It is the Stoner's Pizza Joint basketball game of the week. Forgot what sport I was in there for a second. And it is on DSBN Sports. We want to thank one more time our sponsors, Stoner's Pizza, U Parkham, U Salem, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Cherokee Brick and Tile Apparel Authority, Pond Max Incorporated, the Make a Touchdown Club, BT Media Productions, and Middle Georgia State University. I'm Russell Deese for John Kosader. We'll see you in a few minutes as we'll get ready for Tattnall versus FPD in the boys game. We will be back.